Hey everybody, this is Kim over at Paraquad. I have some tips and tricks for assisting in transfers for those who have asymmetrical strength, like one side of the body is stronger than the other, or you have lower extremity weakness or paralysis and you're doing transfers. Always transfer to your strong side. Remember, so if you're sitting, so say we're sitting in our wheelchair or we're transferring from one chair to the other, what's first is very, very important is to make sure that my feet aren't super far away from the surface that I'm transferring to, that you can pull up it pretty much as close as possible, and then work on assisting, getting your legs lined up so you're close to wherever you're transferring to. You have a lead hand and a trailing hand. You want your trailing hand as close as possible to your body and as straight as possible. When you lock out those elbows, it does allow you a little bit of extra strength. If you have your right hand, you're gonna end up putting it a little bit further away. You wanna have room in order for your body to kind of transfer to this chair. So there's a big relationship between your head and your hips, and that's the big tip that I'm trying to focus on today. So if I lean towards the direction, like my head goes towards the direction I wanna transfer, all of my weight ends up on my body, is pushing through this hip and this leg, creating a lot of friction, and it's gonna be hard to go over the obstacle that I'm trying to go over, whether it's the wheel of your wheelchair, it's a higher surface that we're going to. How am I gonna get over that wheelchair leg if I'm really pushing into that leg, all right? So you have your lead hand is a little further, your trailing hand is as close to your hips as possible, and we're going to lean our head to one direction as our hips go to the other. All right, let's try that again. So my head goes on this way. So as my head goes one direction, I'm offloading the weight on that left side of that hip, either room for a sliding board or creating extra room and extra lightness, less strength is necessary for my arms to get that transfer to the next chair. So, all right, same thing if we're going the opposite way. Trailing hands real tight, lead hand, and then I'm gonna do my head in one direction and my hips in the other. All right, guys, head goes opposite hips when you're actually doing the movement, okay? Lead hand, trailing hand. Head goes to one side and it offloads the hip as you transfer to the chair. Makes it much easier to get over obstacles, to get to a higher surface, whether it's in your car or on the new step, whatever that may be. Hope you guys got a little bit out of that video, but remember, head, opposite hips. Same thing with weight shifting. All right, have a good day. I'll see you next month.